Let's take a few seconds to discuss ways that you can be a better follower, knowing that being a better follower will eventually help make you a better leader. For the most part, the best leaders are also great followers. I'm convinced that this is true because most leaders spend a lot of time following before they assume their positions of leadership. A Ranger Battalion sergeant spends years on a fire team perfecting his skills as an infantryman before he's given a leadership position. A varsity football player spends 3 years on the team before he was eligible to be the team captain. The junior assistant was a valuable member of the business for several years before she became the project manager. In all of these situations, the leader developed their skills as a follower before assuming the role of a leader. Let's take a look at what I consider to be the most important characteristics of followership: obedience, competence, being proactive, asking for help and volunteering, making recommendations, back briefs, asking good questions, and knowing when to refuse to follow. You can't be a good follower if you don't do what you're told. If you are a follower of a certain leader, or team, or group, you must be obedient to the rules of that group. You can never be a good follower if the coach gives the signal for a pass, but the quarterback does a handoff. If you're a Christian, then you need to be obedient to what the Bible actually says. If your boss tells you to do something, you need to do it. If you want to be a good follower, you must be competent in your field. Competent employees and members of the team are wonderful. They contribute. They help make the team stronger and more successful. As the new employee, you might have a hard time using the company's human resources program or filling out a time card, but the competent follower quickly learns how to use these systems so that they can focus their efforts and time on more important matters. A young soldier needs to be in great shape, know how to employ his weapon, and how to prepare for the upcoming deployment. A competent member of the sports team needs to memorize the playbook. A good follower works to put the interests of the group ahead of their own interest, and one way of doing this is to be proactive. Anticipate the next step and get to work. Don't just work day by day, task by task. Plan ahead and prepare as soon as possible. On my Special Forces team, we had an expression, find work. What this meant was that when we were on an objective, we would never relax and celebrate. There was always something else to do. Recheck security, plus up a magazine, conduct forensics, send a sitrep. If you have enough downtime to surf the internet each day, then be a good follower by taking the initiative to do something else. And if you don't know what to do, ask. Don't ask if you can help, because a kind-hearted leader might not want to burden you. Ask, how can I help? This is because there's almost always something to do. The competent and proactive follower helps the leader to delegate, but the leader will not delegate something to you if you're not obedient and competent. Volunteering to help is a great way to help the team. Make recommendations, but only if it's essential. It is important that followers make recommendations on how to make their team better. Nobody likes a yes man, but it is also difficult to work with a no man. Let me explain. There are many ways to accomplish a task. There are many ways to get to the destination. A good leader will usually let his followers choose how they want to do it or get there. But if your leader says to do it a certain way and it isn't going to kill you to do it his way, then just do it his way. On the other hand, if your leader has neglected something important, then respectfully recommend doing it another way and let him know why. I love to get help from my trusted advisors and followers. Their expertise makes the team better. But I hate it when I tell someone to go to A and then B, and then they argue back that we should do B and then A. The outcome in this situation is exactly the same, but it's annoying that the follower doesn't just shut up and do what he's told. We all know people like this. They always have something to say and discuss. They are no men, they're backseat drivers, and they're annoying. So always make a recommendation if there's a slightly better or safer or more economical way to do something. But if it really just doesn't matter, then be a good follower and do what you're told. One of the techniques we use in the military to ensure that the message given is the message received is to give a back brief. If your boss asks you to do A, then B, then C, give them a back brief just to put their mind at ease. Okay, boss, I understand. I'm going to do A, then B, then C. No problem. I'll let you know when I'm done. The good thing about a back brief is that it gives you an opportunity to ask good questions. The truth is, all leaders are humans and we all make mistakes. A good follower will see a mistake and clarify it by asking the right question, in a respectful manner, for the good of the team. Roger that, boss. I'll do A, then B, then C. But since the budgeting office is closed for training on Tuesday afternoons, is it okay if I do C tomorrow morning and spend the rest of the afternoon doing D and E? In the military, we are required to obey all direct orders, as long as they are lawful and ethical. So if a leader says charge that hill or assault that beach, we do it, even if the chance for survival is slim. But if a leader tells you to do something unethical or unlawful, it's the right of the follower to refuse. If your boss or leader is sexually harassing you or another employee, then of course you need to refuse to participate. If your boss wants you to steal from the company or be fraudulent with the IRS, then of course you need to refuse to participate. When I got to my ambulance platoon as a brand new second lieutenant, I did an inventory of the medical equipment sets in my Humvee ambulances. I reported the bad news to my company commander, a captain, who in turn told me to lie about what I just learned on the Unit Status Report or USR. What a loser. What a disappointment to the officer corps. I quickly and easily refused to obey. He got mad and stormed off like a child. Whether in the military or in the civilian marketplace, never do anything that you know to be unlawful or unethical. Taking the moral high ground will never get you in trouble and will protect the reputation and integrity of your team. Okay, there you have it. Several considerations for being a better follower. Let me know in the comments below what you think are the most important characteristics of a good follower. I hope that you are now more capable of making good decisions and changing your world for the better. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep learning and to forward this video to a friend who needs to see it. Life is a special operation. Are you ready for it?